some of your thoughts about Mauricio and Beatty? They've both been hitting very well. Of course, Mauricio the other day hit a monster shot over the scoreboard the other night. Just thoughts about them and their progress so far?
Yeah, they're both progressing in the right direction. Definitely, Brett's been on a tear over the last couple months. Just having really good at bats. Not chasing outside the zone. Ronnie over the last week or so has done the same thing. Is really trending in the right direction. The swing decisions is something that we are encouraging him to continues to work on. And you guys see the power, with both of them. They both can hit the ball over 110 and hit the ball a long way. So, the more opportunities they have to get better pitches to hit, more opportunities we'll see flashes of that power.
So 2-3-1 Beatty just seems like he's put the ball in the air a lot more this season. It was on the ground a lot more. What have you seen talk about the Terrys, and what have you seen from an approach at that standpoint that's led to that?
It's just about getting better pitches overall for him. He's got a pretty good eye at the plate, and then just working on trying to elevate balls a little bit higher. Try to limit the amount of ground balls. As we know, the higher you move up, you hit balls on the ground, you're pretty much out, right? So not a lot of hits on the ground in the major leagues, and even at this level in AAA as well, putting the ball in the air gives you a better opportunity to get more hits.
Then you've put him in left field a little bit. Just what's your comfort level there with him, and how's he looked given us, not how he came up?
Yeah, very comfortable with him in left field. He's, looks like a natural out there, very comfortable out there. Has, strong arm, makes good accurate throws. He's caught everything that's been hit. He looks very comfortable.
Obviously, Ronnie and Brett mentioned the trade deadline point of view. You guys kind of been through that yourself. Did you say anything to them or go on the side or something that kind of knock out some of the outside noise that's going that way?
No, I didn't want to add to it. There's already a lot of outside noise, and in today's world with social media, there's people can put their opinion on anything, and put throwing their names around this and that, and in my history of playing and stuff, what I've noticed is most of the time it's not the rumors that you hear or the actual trades. So it's normally kept between GMs and not a whole lot leaks out until it happens. So for them, they were just going to work every day and doing their job, and to see them come out and perform over this last week with all that clout hanging around them and stuff it showed a lot of maturity on both of their levels.
Given the launch Mauricio could see given Lindor at the major league, is there really any discussion or thought of kind of like Brett trying him in other positions in the field?
I think we've talked about that as an organization. I don't think we're at that point right now. We're ready to make that move yet.
When you think about that stuff, what goes into that?
Well, it's when you got a guy that's on a long-term contract and he's one of the best shortstops in Major League Baseball. It's going to be hard to move him off of that spot, right? So at some point when he gets closer to being a big league player, there will be talks about moving him to other positions, and obviously the more positions you can play, the more opportunity you get.
Just looking at Carlos Cortez this season.
Carlos is, he's had some ups and downs this year. We're hoping that he gets the bat going a little bit more. He's competing out there. This is a pretty impressive league. Haven't been back to AA in a very long time, and just to see the amount of talent that they have throughout the league, it's been impressive. So there's really no drop off from AAA to AA as far as arms and how velocities and things like that guys have to get used to and get ready for on a daily basis. So.
You obviously had Francisco Alvarez for the majority of that first half before he just got bumped up. Just talk about his first half. How close do you think that guy is to getting there?
Francisco had a great start and then hit a lull and really his first slump probably of his entire career. We had a lot of growing conversations with him about it and what teams are not going to just throw you balls down the middle. Like when you hit balls that far and that hard, you're going to have to work to get better pitches to hit. And he was chasing hits for a while, and we talked to him about shrinking the strike zone and getting better pitches to hit. And once he committed to it and started laying off that slider down and away and gave up on it and took it as a ball every time, his walk rate went up, his strikeout rate went down, his hard hit rate went up. So everything like we were preaching to him, he put it together, and then he went 2 months straight of just tearing up the league, and not only offensively, defensively he's working really hard. He wants to be a very good catcher, And Bob Nato, our catching coordinator, working really well with him, getting him in a good spot, catching, throwing, receiving, calling games. There's so much in that position that goes into it. The preparation daily, earning the trust from your pitching staff, and he really takes a lot of pride in his work. So as far as when he's going to make it to the big leagues, that's not my call. For me, hopefully this year. But if not this year, an opportunity for him to earn a spot next year. With McCann and Nito up there, both of those guys are solid, very solid players, major league players. So, I know Alvy would really like to get called up this year, but the opportunity arises. I'm sure never say never. I saw Billy's quote today, so I'm just going to re-quote his quote: "Never say never."
So speaking of someone like that, Brett Bandy's really stood out this year. What's something that stands out beyond his stat sheet or something that people can't see? And do you think he's ready for AAA baseball for the next step?
It's probably his long hair that people can't really see. It's right there. What people don't see is his work ethic and what he does on a daily basis pregame. His routine he sticks to every day. He doesn't waver off of it no matter what the situation is, no matter how many games he's played in a row. He's dedicated to it, he's committed to it, and it's proven over time. You commit to it, you're dedicated to it, you'll see the results on the field, and he's been doing that.
Mike, and then Alex, all right?
This being your first year as a manager with this ball club, what are your thoughts about the first year so far for you? Has it been challenging? It's been more challenging considering how many top prospects you have coming through your team this year? Thoughts about it?
It's been great. I love coming to the yard every day. I love working with these guys. I've been very lucky. The Mets, they draft high character, high quality guys. Everyone shows up. They're very professional. Like every team, we have some bumps and bruises along the way, but when the lights turn on and the first pitch is thrown, our guys go out and they compete every night, and we live with the results, but I know that they're going to give me everything that they got every single day, and that's all I can ask of them.
Last one, Alex.
You asked about Alvarez earlier. I think it was DeGrom he caught on the rehab assignment. And obviously coming into AAA, as he gets closer to the leagues, just how big of an experience is that for him to do that as a minor league pitcher? There's a potential future race.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a cup of coffee like that.
Yeah, he got to catch Max earlier in the year, and then DeGrom recently. It's great for his experience to learn from those guys because he's hoping to be catching those guys soon, and they're very good at their jobs, so it makes his job a lot easier. But for them, for that dynamic, it's knowing what they want, knowing what pitches they want to throw, so they're not shaking you off and having those conversations, in between innings and growing as a catcher. The more opportunity he gets to do that, the better he's going to be.